Hello. Welcome back to another live stream, and we're bringing back the AMA. So the first part of this live stream is going to be an AMA with the dev of Speedy. So why don't you get the ball rolling, introduce yourself, and let's get on with the AMA.
Awesome, man. Super appreciate you having me on today. We always appreciate anyone that gives us time to talk about Speedy. My name is Chris. I am the dev of Speedy. I'm not the only one on the team. We have a pretty huge team. We call ourselves the Turtle 10. It's me, myself, and 9 other guys. We've been launched around a little over 2 months now. 2 weeks prior to launch, me and my good buddy Jarek, somebody I truly trust in this industry, came together and said we wanted to do something a little different. We wanted to create a project. We just saw with so many friends of ours had been rugged during projects. It was kind of rampant there during the summer. And with the bull run about to commence, we wanted to create a project that was safe and transparent and a little different. As you can see right here on the screen, we're a turtle. You got frogs, you got dogs, you got cats with hats, dogs with all this kind of stuff, but there wasn't really a turtle. And with the narrative we wanted to bring into crypto, we wanted to create a safe space, kind of an approach where it was slow and steady. And I remember when I was little, in school, I would always rush through tests and things like that and always make these silly mistakes, right? And I remember my mom would always tell me, it's like, look, you do know the story about the tortoise and the hare. And she always kept telling me about that, the tortoise and the hare story, the race. And we're based off that. The turtle in that race won that race because of the hare, of course, being a faster, he's going to beat that turtle no matter what, but he was very cocky, very confident, and would take naps during that race. But the turtle would stay head down, take a slow approach, and do things right. And he ended up winning the race just because of his work ethic. And that's what we're trying to do in this project is create a narrative where me and the team, we do a slow and steady approach when it comes to making partnerships, making sure that people we're working with believe in our vision, that we're also spending our marketing dollars wisely, because we understand the responsibility of the investor. They're putting money into our project, and we want to protect that as much as possible. So we do things in an approach where we keep everything vetted. We do it to, again, protect Speedy, but also to protect those investors that believe in the Speedy and put their hard working money into it. So with that being said, when we took that narrative, the turtle was the PFP from the get-go. And man, we set out really basically to kind of start out organic. We wanted to build the community first, and we did that. For the first 2 weeks, we just focused on community, doing free stuff, not throwing money at marketing and stuff. We would do the legwork. One of the big reasons I love Jarek is me and him both we like speaking. So we were in all kind of spaces. It didn't matter if there was 10 people in that space or hundreds of people in that space. We wanted every opportunity we could to talk about Speedy, talk about the narrative, and talk about how we're trying to build something different, build a space where there's complete importance on transparency and a place where you can come in, have fun, be a part of a community, but also learn about crypto, kind of give those new people some education on crypto and how to navigate this space. Like I said, 2 weeks, it was just nothing but grind. And then we went on a meteoric rise up to $45 million in the market cap. Our main focus has always been grow holders. If we can focus on that metric, growing holders, everything else will take care of itself. Of course, again, we've hit an all-time high of 45 million. We launched during a time in crypto where there was really nothing else pumping at the moment. We were a fresh and a new narrative, something different, and people took to it. So they parked their money into our project. Then the bull run commenced. And so, of course, people were taking profits and things like that and putting it into blue chips, because at that point, that's when Bitcoin started running. So, we always, again, our main focus is always growing holders, and how can we do that? How can we grow the community? And we always say, it's not, you can't just be on one platform. We just can't be on crypto Twitter all the time rating and things like that. We have to be on all platforms. So we're on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Reddit, Telegram, everything, because you don't know where the eyes are. You don't know where the investors are. It's not just in Telegrams and Twitter. TikTok is huge right now, so we kind of focus on there as well. But it's been a fun ride. We continue to go. We got a long way to go. We've launched on 5 different exchanges at this point and continue to do more. But right now, that's where we're at. We're continuing to just stay head down like the turtle. We're going to end up winning the race. But we've got some exciting things coming up. We just finished an audit. We had our token audited by Blockstars Technology. When I set out to do that, I went and did due diligence with 4 or 5 different audit companies, and this one stood out. They did numerous video calls with me to tell me how they would audit the token and how long it would take and how much it costs. And they had a great clientele that worked with other projects like Turbo, that when it came down to it, we just went with them. And it came back a few days ago, and it came back that we're a secure token. And now we're able to use that audit for future applications to bigger listings. So we're always working. We're always looking to push the turtle as far as it can go. But again, our main focus is to grow the holders. If we can grow the holder count, market cap will always do what it needs to do. So
talking about exchanges, so I'm seeing here you're on Bitmart, you're on XT, but is this CoinMarketCap page correct at the moment?
that is correct. That is all up to date. Yes, sir.
Gotcha. So is there anything that you can, obviously there's like NDAs and everything, so I'm not going to ask you every single thing, but is there anything that you can tell us? Do you envision some very good exchanges coming some point too? I'm sure that you're looking at tier ones sooner than later, especially given the all-time high that you achieved. Given some things into place, I don't see why you wouldn't list on tier one. So is there is that your goal right now, or are you looking for maybe like tier 2, tier 3 at the moment?
Currently, again, you just saw the coin market cap. We're listed on 5: Bitmart, LCX, XT, Ascendex. If you could see my Telegram open messages, I have open messages from pretty much anyone in that tier 2 range, and of course tier 3s. So it's a matter of the best deal, what they can provide us, liquidity and things like that. Market makers, this all plays into that part, right? You have to make sure that we're choosing the right thing for Speedy and its investors. Because of course, when you go on exchanges, you're going to that in itself will hold your increase your holder count. We're on Bitmart, and those items, you have to remember we're over 4,600 holders on chain. We don't know the exact number of how many holders that are right now on those exchanges as well. We could be well over 5,000 holders. So the goal is always to increase the amount of exchanges. I had an amazing meeting on Monday with a new company that's been working for the last 3 years on this product. It's called On-Chain Labs, where it's a platform where you can buy tokens with one click. You also can swap tokens no matter what ecosystem. Let's say you're on Base, you have a token on that platform on Base, you can swap it right to an ETH token with one click. Super simple. And then for this bull run, we're going to onboard so many new people. A platform like that is huge for us. It creates one payment link we can put in the Telegram, on our Twitter, on our website, to when someone comes in and says, how can I buy Speedy? Like my parents who are old, they can't hardly even use a cell phone. I can send them a payment link or send them to my website. Say, click the link and it opens it up the portal to where they can just buy with a Visa, debit card, or whatever. So we're always looking at different ways to increase our holders and give them another way to buy Speedy. But of course, tier 1 listings is ones we're applying to right now. We just saw, I believe it was today, Coinbase put out there that that Turbo right now is going to be on their roadmap to be listed. We have gotten so many people tell us how we're so much similar to Turbo, and we're very numbers focused here. We always try to find the overlapping communities, and one of the ones that we always focus on is Turbo, because 20% of our holders are Turbo holders also, so they can see the similarities in it. If you look at Turbo's chart in the same timeline we are in, the chart looks exactly the same. And that's huge. We find that as a bullish sentiment. We also look at another token when looking at those numbers, when we try to find commonalities with another community. Hoppy, also, we have around 25% holders in Hoppy that are commonality with us. And Hoppy, if you look at Hoppy, they don't even have tier 1 listings yet, and you can see their market cap. So of course we're focused on that because that does give us more people in our community. So that is definitely a lot of my focus. A lot of my time is spent in meetings and things like that. But again, I'm just the dev. I have 9 other members that's working on artwork daily, that's working on other things with TikToks, Instagrams, and things like that, because we can always find where these investors live. We can get our Speedy the Turtle out to all platforms. We're going to gain those investors. But of course, having the audit in hand right now is huge, because if you're a dev or if you've ever done this before, in order to apply to them, you have to have that audit in hand, because you have to send that in with the application. So because they don't want to list a token that's going to rug, right? They want to make sure they list a token that is safe. And that one platform I was talking about earlier, that's going to launch in January of 2025. It's going to be huge because it's just another way, an easy way for people that, like, if I was to go to my parents right now and say, hey, you want to buy some Speedy, or you need to go to Uniswap or go to the exchange, buy the native token, and then swap it to, you got to buy ETH and swap it to Speedy. It's just convoluted. But this is going to be a way to make it a little easier for those like my parents, that I can give them a payment link, click it, put your debit card in, and just buy it. So we're always looking at it, more tier 1s, of course, and I am in negotiations and things like that. But it has to be the right fit for Speedy, because we have the marketing wallet, we have things ready to go, but we have to make sure we make the right moves for not only Speedy but also this investors that we have now.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, like, I think that the price action speaks for itself. What was the all-time high that you achieved precisely?
The all-time high was 45 million.
45. That's crazy. So also, at least on my perspective, I'm a holder as well. I took some profits, etc. And I was looking at this from the moment that you were in 450K, when in the moment which a mutual friend of ours told me about you.
Mm-hmm.
And in a blink of an eye, you had a massive run. So I also do believe, from my perspective, that the way that you crashed so hard from the all-time high is also because you went incredibly fast to the top. And I think that when we see like massive ramp-ups like this, we also have very big correction. Doesn't mean that the project is bad or anything. Doesn't say anything about the longevity of the project, but it just says that obviously the faster we go up, the faster we're also going to come down before we go up again. What do you attribute the massive raise that you had? Because honestly, in the meme coin space, in the last year, I've seen it very few times for a project to go from like a couple of millions into like 45 in a blink of an eye. What's the reason for this success that you had at the beginning?
Sure, yeah. Like I said, you don't see this very often. Now, I think there was a couple factors that kind of worked into our favor. One, where we launched at a time where, again, there was not really much pumping at the moment. Bitcoin is still under 60K. ETH at the time was around 2,400, I believe, and people were just kind of looking for something new and exciting and to park their ETH into. And we came out. I think, again, a lot of similarities were seen as, because we have artwork that we had done, but we also reutilize AI in a lot of our artwork. We put out fresh artwork every day on our socials, and people saw similarities in that. But again, that huge meteoric rise was, we built a pretty good foundation of the community first that really started talking about it a lot. Our biggest break was, again, I told you, like, we really kind of did this organically. Me and Jarrett, we were doing the legwork. And I can tell you this, for any project that's just starting or still going right now, and you need to get into spaces. You need to do things like this. You got to be out there, find someone in your community that can talk, be passionate about your project. We were doing spaces all the time, because you don't know who's in that space, who's listening into what you're saying. We caught eyes of some really big KOLs that believed in what we were saying and what we were doing. It was something different, and that onboarded some folks that just made our voice louder, got out to more people. And when they came into the community, came into the TG, was talking to us, For me as an investor, I have Speedy's not my only coin in my portfolio. I have others, but before I buy into any kind of project, I go into the Telegram and see what the environment's like. Uh, is the dev active? Is the team active? Is spam being deleted? Is it clean in there? Is it fun? Do they like? If you came into our Telegram at that time and still today, we're a fun community. We're always pushing rating and stuff like that, but we're having fun. We have our own music videos, our music soundtrack. We have Love Pharaoh who does all our music for us. We have fun things that we do. And we always say Speedy's an experience. So when people came in and were buying the token, people were just talking about us. Word of mouth is still huge to this day, no matter if you're in real life or in crypto. People are telling people, hey, you need to start looking at this, because when you came into the community, you saw me talking. I pin a voice message every day in my community, telling what we're doing, kind of giving some motivation, giving education pieces on crypto, why things may be happening today. Maybe why is it a red day today? Because maybe the overall markets, maybe something globally happened that's making the markets go red. Things like that people see and people start talking about it. I think people are just tired of being rugged. It's rampant. It's honestly, it's terrible, because you work so hard for your money, and to come in and go into a project and then a day later it gets rugged by the dev. That's not a good feeling. We've all been there. We wanted to do something different with something new and fresh, and I think that just snowballed and just took us to that $45 million mark. We got so much support from YouTubers like Crypto Now and Never, Finance Freeman, all these people. We wanted to make sure, we were trying everything possible to use as much marketing dollars as possible to get the word out. And it happened, got to 45 million. But like you just said a minute ago, you were in, you took profits. People, I mean, if you're a smart investor, it's not because the project's bad. But when you see something like that and it goes that's almost in a straight line right there on that timeline. But if you bought at that trend line you just put up there on that chart, my God, you made a good amount of money. And I'm happy for those people. But what happens is that new investor, that someone that got in at the top, they start seeing this stuff that freaks them out. They don't know what to expect. Memecoins do this all the time. They'll go up to their all-time high and they're going to retrace 80, 90%. And again, at the timeline that we launched, and then the bull run started when Bitcoin started running. Well, of course, liquidity got sucked out because they started tracing green candles and other projects. But I mean, people are going to take profits. That's smart. You have to do that. But nothing changed here with us. As you see, it went back up to 45 million. It dipped and came back up. But then anytime you have success, you always see FUDders, right? You see the FUD come in, and all of it was unwarranted. And I always told people, hey, listen, if you ever listen to FUD, ask them to come talk to me. You see me right here. I'm on camera. I'm with you right now. I have no problem talking to you. And that's one thing too that I think we give people confidence in our project, is because if you have a question or if you have an idea or something we can run with, they can DM me. Trust me, if you saw my Telegram, like I said before, I have a ton of open messages, and more than half of them are my investors because I talk to them. And I think that's important. Does that make it for a long day for me? Yeah, sure. But that's important to me because I covet the relationship with people. Money's money, and I can't take it with me at the end of the day. But the relationships I can build with the people that are in my community is what's important to me. And I think people really find that to be fresh, something you might not be seeing in crypto right now. And that's how we're kind of running it. But again, there's always going to be green days. There's going to be red days. You can't have a buy without a sell. It happens. We try to educate the people as much as we can.
Exactly. Love this. And I saw this question is actually very funny. How are you going to combat the MEV bot selling? I mean, I doubt that you can do anything, to be honest. But
no, that's an education piece. We tell people, you have to make sure you are putting in the right slippage and things like. People just don't know this stuff.
Yeah,
it's just an education piece. And again, we do this a lot in our Telegram. But again, you always have to realize, in any project, you have to realize not all your holders are in your Telegram. I have 4,600 holders, but I only have 3,000 members in my Telegram, so that math doesn't math.
Yeah.
So even people to this day, people don't even know who I am, but because not everyone's in the Telegram. So I appreciate times like this. I can get on your show and show my face and be visible to people, because I know there's people that are not in Telegram, and it's just education pieces. You got to set your slippage correct. There's always going to be that myth bot. It's just a part of crypto.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
for
where
all the guys that are, sorry to interrupt, for all the guys that are ignorant, they don't know what an MEV bot is. It's basically a bot that, let's say that you're putting a buy, this bot is going to front run you. So your entry is worse. And then he sells right after you. So he made money on your transaction and you basically lost money on your transaction. So your buy order is actually higher than what it would have been. And it also happens with sales. So what I do on my end in terms of recommendation, don't set a slippage that is like outrageous, like 30 or 40%. Like we see some people, like especially when they're sniping, etc., because you might be fucked like completely. And you can also activate MEV bot protection. I am in the platforms that I use BullX. People that follow this channel know I do every sort of meme coin trade on BullX. On BullX, you can activate the MEV bot protection, and I've never been front run by an MEV bot in there, because honestly, seriously, I don't really do this on Solana or other chains, but on Ethereum mainnet, it's brutal. And you can see the wallet of this Jared MEV bot. There is this wallet that you see that ends with E13 that is insane, like millions of profits out of transactions like this. So be safe, turn on the MEV protection. That's like the craziest, like and most stupid way to lose money. I've been there myself. I think that everybody's gone through at least one sandwich attack. So it's just a very simple check that you can do. Check out your slippage, activate protection, and you're gonna be fine. It's not on the project itself. Projects don't decide to be attacked by MEV bots. It's just the space. So it's up to you to like take the necessary measure to protect yourself. Does the Speedy Dev have been Devil's successful meme coins in the past? I'm curious to hear this. Is this your first project?
it is not. I have other projects. This has been my most successful to date. But I do have other projects. Also, I've been in crypto since 2016. The first project I ever bought was bought in bulk was XRP. So I'm very happy right now. It's one of those things. It's all cyclical. I mean, if people have been in crypto a while and been through different bull runs, you understand that people are it all just flows. I remember a few months ago, the Tron meme coins were hot. Right now, XRP coin, that's hot with the XRP memes. And it just is, if you have conviction in those things and believe in the project, just wait it out. Be patient, because it's all going to come back around at some point. And I think we saw ETH pump today. It's just going to be timing,
My God, Ethereum looking great. Almost
Yeah.
touching a 4K. It's quite crazy.
Yes.
Quite crazy. I'm going to say for XRP, I was not expecting this at all. I was not. I admit I was one of the XRP haters, but this made me. What did it do? Like 5x pretty much in the last month?
Yeah, it's
It's
been
insane.
crazy. It's been crazy. But it's been a long time coming. But that's how you can win in crypto, with patience. If you believe in something, you have conviction.
Oh,
Just wait, and buy the dips, and you'll be good. And look at it now.
yeah. Insanity. What can we expect in terms of marketing for Speedy? I'm sure that you're going to involve more KOLs, YouTubers. What's your plan in terms of that strategy and anything else that you can tell us, obviously?
So we always run polls in again, we're very numbers driven. We want to know where we're finding our investors. One of the biggest ones is YouTube. So we're always reaching out to YouTubers to get the word out, because we understand there's different communities for every YouTuber. There's different viewers. There's different subs. If we can get on with more of those, we do those a lot, because again, I think 35% of the people that have found us have been found on YouTube. People just think, it's all about crypto Twitter and crypto X. It's not. You have to reach out your tentacles and get out to these other platforms. And you're seeing right now, unfortunately, Pump Fund that's a crazy environment. But right now, TikTok is huge for crypto. We've been in touch with a lot of TikTokers to get them talking about Speedy. We see the value in that. So we always said we always go, especially early on, you want to attack the low hanging fruit. Because if you can get that low hanging fruit, get those smaller YouTubers and TikTokers talking about you, that creates momentum. Then you can start going up the tree, and then you can start getting to the bigger KOLs. But again, we don't stop. We are that turtle in the race. We are always going to be in spaces, no matter what the market cap. We talk about Speedy whenever we can. So marketing is always big with us. On a personal level, we do the legwork, and we always do that. We have marketing dollars, and we spend them the way we want to spend them, with people that believe in what we're doing, because we don't want to just do a video and be done with it. We want to create a relationship to be able to have a long-time support. And that's how we see it, because we want to make sure we get as much out of our marketing dollars as possible. But again, exchange listings are always on the table. We're always in negotiations with them. We have a very healthy marketing wallet, Speedy Vault, SpeedyVault.eth, which is of course publicly seen on Etherscan. We hold, right now I think 2.6% of the supply, but we have also other funds as well to use when needed. And the future is bright. We continue to push out art every day. The big, for Memecoins, it's constantly being fresh, putting out new artwork all the time, and being active on socials. You can't go a day without posting on socials. So it's just a day-to-day thing, working. I'm always in meetings, and I'm blessed with a huge team that I completely trust. We all came together way beforehand and talked about this and how we're going to do it. And to get to 45 million so quickly as we did was way above our expectations. But the path of where we're taking Speedy has never changed. We want to see this in the hundreds of millions. We want to go to those market caps like those big meme coins are, and I know we'll get there. It just requires patience and hard work, and that's what we're here for. So,
gotcha. What do you want to say to the people that say that meme coins are dying right now? Like, I see some comments. I think they're absolutely stupid. But what do you have to say about that?
I don't believe that's correct. For the average person that's getting into crypto, memes are what they're going to get into. People don't understand the tech behind crypto. People don't understand the mechanics behind VeChain. You saw VeChain just go ballistic here, like it just doubled. It went 100% in a couple of days. People don't understand what it does. It's a supply chain management software. But people don't care about that. They just want to get into something they know it's easy, or, hey, this is a cute turtle. Let me buy into it. Yep. Memes are the future. Memes will be a currency that you can use to buy gas one day. It's never going to die. I mean, look at Pepe. Look at the WIF. You're seeing all these coins being listed on Coinbase and these bigger exchanges. And why? Well, because people are buying them. They're never going to die. And those exchanges are listing them because, man, they have incredible volume, so they're making the fees on it. So being they're going to die, go away is very far from the truth.
Exactly. And people, again, the first point of contact of the retail investor, they are not going to understand what a layer 2 is, what a RWA, all these buzzwords, ZKL3, lightning speed. Like, they're not going to understand any of this. They're going to see a turtle, a dog, a cat, a frog. Those are the things that people are going to go for. And also, if you think about people owning Bitcoin, how much of a Bitcoin can you buy with $1,000? And then you look at Pepe. How many Pepe tokens can you get with $1,000? Those things, I mean, for people that are not, for people that are like investing in crypto every single day, they're going to understand, obviously, the difference between those things. But if you think about the retail investors, the people that are not educated, the people that want to start their investing journey with crypto, they're not going to care about those things. They're going to go for things that are just like go straight to the point.
Yeah, super simple. And a lot of people put their money into meme coins for the community aspect of it. There's some people out there that just want the relationship, that they're just sitting at home, or what, they want to be able to be a part of something bigger, make friends. And I would not be here today without the people I've met, the network I've made through some of the coins I've invested in. I would have never met Jared, if somebody that's my partner on this. I would never met him without knowing him from another project. And you can make so many relationships within crypto, and I think meme coins can provide that. And it's just super simple to understand, because the tech part of it, people don't care about that stuff. People don't care how a computer's built or how this is all working. They just want to turn it on and go. That's the same way with meme coins. They can buy it and go. They don't need to know all the intricacies, all the ins and outs of it. It's simple.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, this was great, and I really thank you for stopping by on my live stream. Is there anything else that you want to add to the audience? Anything else that we haven't talked about?
I know in the audience we have a lot of the Speedy Squad members in it. I'm blessed to have all y'all here. Thank y'all for showing up. Y'all always show up to everything. Again, our biggest mission is to grab as many holders as we can, because everything else will take care of itself. We do the things right, slow and steady, to make sure your dollars are safe. We stay transparent. I'm constantly in the Telegram. My team is constantly in the Telegram. We're always pushing socials, doing fun things. We're an experience. Like I said, we have music. We do videos, animations. We're working on right now. I'm in talks with getting Speedy into a racing game that should be here probably in the new year. You got to do things that are different. I saw a statistic the other day. There's 5,500 tokens get launched every day. That's crazy. So how as a project can I grab market share between all these tokens and survive, right? Well, I got to be different. I got to do the things that people want to see. I got to make it fun. So a game's fun. We're looking at an animated series. But the last thing I want to say is I appreciate your time here today. I appreciate the people that are here listening and watching. And again, try before you buy. Come into the Telegram, ask questions, find me, ask me a question, ask anybody in the team, and we're happy to help. And like I said, we will not stop until we get Speedy to where it needs to go in the billions. So I appreciate your time.
Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you. And yeah, you're welcome on my channel anytime. I'm sure that we're going to do some more AMA or content together later on.
Please do, man. Anytime, man. Sepro, I appreciate you, buddy.
All right. See you. Thank you so much again. Awesome. So what do you guys think? This was great. Now we're going back to our regular live stream. Let me just change the setting a little bit. Obviously, let us know down in the comments. Some feedback is much appreciated. But we are going to do a bunch of other AMAs in the future. And I want to keep it like real with you guys, like doing stuff like this. I'm going to do my regular live stream, and then I'm going to bring some devs here and there. In one of the next live streams, I'm also going to have the dev of Fleabon, so expect a bunch of other live streams like coming your way very, very soon. And for all the people that are saying meme coins are dead, I mean, what? Meme coins are not dead. The thing is that obviously every kind of industry in crypto doesn't just go up like this. It's going to be more like something like this, right? So meme coins took, I don't want to say a hit, because we're still printing insane amount of money here in meme coins, people from my audience, people in my VIP group especially. But obviously, we also need to think about the fact that utility projects are pumping. XRP is pumping. XRP has been pumping a lot. Memes on XRP are going crazy. So as a result, the attention span of people is going to shift a little bit. But meme coins are far from that. If not, I wouldn't be in the trenches. I wouldn't be doing these meme coin degen trades. I wouldn't be looking for other projects or adding to my positions, which is actually what I'm doing right now. Okay, so now, first of all, shout to Banks, absolute G of my community, also becoming a Freedom Chaser member, YouTube member. Bro, you're a legend. You're really a great addition to the Discord. So I really appreciate you. So a shout out to you and to all the guys in my Discord group that know you. You're a legend, bro. Thank you for your continued support. Now, from the new Alpha squad, we have some new plays that we need to talk about today. We have some new plays. So this is extremely degen, and honestly, I'm going to tell you how I found out about this play. It's extremely low in market cap, so it could pay out, it could not. Make sure to do your own research, because this is like extremely as degen as you can get. So this project, the team reached out to me today with a riddle to find out about the characters. And that's how I found out about it. It pumped and it corrected already. It just got CTO'd a few hours ago. And what you also need to expect about CTOs, and this is something that can probably be a good piece of education for you all, is that when a CTO is claimed, so let's say that a CTO has bottomed down, okay? Let's say that here is bottomed down and it's like 10K market cap. Then the word that the CTO is out, gets out, the CTO goes already 8x because it was 10K market cap. It went 8x. There's going to be some transactions of early buyers that are going to dump because they were like, oh, this was worth a cheeseburger. Now it's worth a dinner at Nobu with champagne. And as a result, the early buyers are going to be flushed out. So if you see this kind of sellers that have this kind of grid with unknown balance, it's people that were there before, but then the CTO got claimed, their bags got pumped extremely, and as a result, they're going to dump because they saw their investment go 10x. This is the moment in which you should probably get in. Don't take this as financial advice, just my own interpretation and the way that I reason myself to make money in the space. And this is the way that I do it. So maybe I buy a little bit, I do a DCA in, and then if the early buyers get out, I do another DCA. So you see that right now, it might have found the floor, it might have not, and this probably might be that by tomorrow, I don't know. But this is what I'm telling you. The content, I mean, is pretty hilarious. It's let me just play it. It's just I mean, it is just hilarious. It is just hilarious. I couldn't have not played it. Do I get demonetized to show this? Oh no. Oh my god. Anyway, I think it's looking good. We're gonna see what it does by tomorrow, but again, very, very high risk, but could be something. And I see that the community is here raiding, so that's pretty good. Snork is ready to bust. Most bullish CTO I've seen in a long time. Really? Looking good. My X feed is all about the meme coin era is gone, bullshit, and the attention shift from meme coin to AI and utility coin. The fact that AI and utility coins are pumping is good for the cryptosphere overall. Doesn't mean the meme coins are dead. Far from it. So yeah. You should obviously be diversify. You shouldn't have a portfolio that is just meme coins, and you shouldn't have a portfolio that is just AI and other utility projects. Obviously, I'm very well positioned on AI, and a lot of my AI picks right now are printing so much freaking money. Just to show you, AI tech, I had said that I clearly bottomed out this time, and you can see that in the last month we are 2x. So for all the people that were telling me, oh, AI tech is dead, Cipro, I had done a 50x on this project. I know what I'm talking about. So it's 2x already from the bottom. I hope you guys DCA'd in. Based AI is another project that I've called in my group. Been pumping like crazy. We did something like a 3x. 3x, I think. Almost 3x from my call. Tars AI, we did a 4x. This happened all in the last week. So obviously, I'm making a lot of money with this place. Does it mean that I'm selling my meme coins? Absolutely not. I have both. You should. Snork on it, 100x. We'll see about that. Let me know what do you think about Snork. 41K market cap right now. Is that going to be a runner? Do you think that Hop is here to stay for the remaining of the bull cycle? Yeah, I think so. I think I like Hoppy. I don't think that the Matt Fury narrative is going anywhere. And by the way, Snork Blower is a Matt Fury character. He's a Matt Fury character. Apparently, he's a coke addict, and this is why we have the collaboration with courtesy of Scarface Tony Montana. So quite bullish, if you ask me. Speedy. I love the guys from Speedy all coming here for the AMA. So shout out to all of you guys. I think Speedy is super bullish for me. Really, really bullish. And it doesn't happen that frequently that we see. By the way, I'm going to put it into the top. Let's make it a top 7. So I put Speedy as well. It doesn't happen that frequently to see a dev show his face. I mean, imagine that you create a project that goes from like 400K to 45 million, and then it crashes to 8 million, which by the way is still like very high in the meme coin sphere. Like in the majority of projects die within 24 hours. imagine how much crap a dev is gonna take after pumping a project this much and then obviously having a healthy correction. Because as I said, Speedy went up so fast that obviously it's gonna crash hard. If a project pumps really, really fast, it's also gonna correct and crash a little bit. The fact that he's showing his face, honestly, he has my utmost respect. Coming from a person like me that shows my face every single day to the screen on YouTube, I know what it means. And if you are a dev of the project, even more than being a content creator. So shout out to that community, shout out to the dev, shout out to all the people that really believe in this project. Bullish stuff. Snork Blow, I don't know if this is the actual project, but bullish. Snork and Andy on XRP. Do we have fans of Andy on XRP? Andy on XRP also makes it into the good list. This is another one of my calls. I called this at 200K in market cap last night, and it's looking really, really good. So let me show you this. We have a lot of Andys. I don't even know how to find it because there's too many Andys. All right, I found it. So it's only 340K market cap right now. You're not getting an entry that is bad at all. Obviously, I never recommend buying the top, but after having a proper dip, couple corrections, we survived the first wave. We obviously have the big pump whenever a meme coin launches, and then we have the very heavy correction. The majority of projects, unfortunately, just die out after the first. But here we went to a new all-time high. And to be honest, it seems like it's been ranging a little bit. It could be primed for a big leg up. I think that it's very realistic that we're going to go in the millions within the next 2 or 3 days. Obviously, it's just speculation on my end, but I think it's definitely possible. It's the boys club. Everybody knows Andy. Andy's one of the top characters of the boys club, obviously after Pepe and Brett. And the fact that it's on XRP, the fact that XRP has been pumping a lot of memes on XRP are getting all the attention. So a lot of people don't even know how to buy XRP memes, by the way. So I just made a video review on Andy on XRP. So check it out. I posted it just a couple of hours ago. You're also going to see the tutorial on how to buy it because I can't buy it on BullX, unfortunately, because XRP is not supported on BullX at the moment. But you can buy it on First Ledger, and it's going to be linked in the description of that video. So make sure to check it out after the live stream if you're interested in buying. I'm fully in on my position. Obviously, we went up to 600K at the all-time high. That would have been a 3x in my VIP group. So if you're not in my VIP group, I have no idea what you're doing with your life. You just missed on another 3x. We had a 5x yesterday. We are having life-changing calls for real, and more are coming. They're gonna get silly. They're gonna get like insane. So get in sooner than later. I'm also raising my prices very soon. So get in before it gets even more expensive, because obviously the value for money is unreal, and it's going to go up because members are going up. Obviously, the price is going to come up as a result. Listen, Andy on XRP is just looking extremely good at the moment. I'm going to monitor closely. I'm actually going to give them a follow because I don't follow them yet. But yeah, bull run, be ready. I think that I expect just very, very good things here. Very good things. Let me know down in the live chat how we're feeling about this place, chat. And if you have any projects that you want to shield today, let me know as well. And we're going to get to business. I mean, every single dev is going to get like questions about centralized exchange listings, but I'm sure that more are going to come soon. Obviously, they have some entry levels ones, but I wouldn't be surprised if they get to tier 1 sooner than later. How do I find this guy to learn more about him? What social does he have? There's nothing in your description. What do you mean? Are you talking about me, or are you talking about the dev? The Devil Speedy? You can probably, if you're talking about the Devil Speedy, you can probably just ask him in the Telegram. Snork to the boon, we shall see. We shall see, sir. Cipro has amazing calls, but be careful chasing gains of memes. Memes are very risky. I think that everybody that watches this channel is fully aware of it. Memes can rug in a matter of a second. And also for the people asking about utility meme coins, usually they're actually a bearish thing, but oh well. Meme coins are not dying right now. Absolutely. Snork, new Matt Fury character discovery. He tweeted about it. Matt Fury tweeted about it. Or it was a fan account of Matt Fury. I have no idea, man. But I saw the tweet. Maybe somebody can post it in the live chat, but that was so bullish. I think that everybody can agree that Speedy will moon. 100%. Yeah, so many Speed Sport. Love you all. Thank you for being here, Jared. You don't have enough Speedy. I don't think I have enough Speedy. I should buy more. At these prices, I should probably buy more. After this last year, I'm probably going to buy more Andy on XRP, more Speedy, and probably even more Snork Blower, because Snork Blower is fucking looking sandy. Now that the Jeets are out, the Jeets are really out. I mean, what does it take to move a market cap of 53K? Just a few buys, you know? 43K is just cheap AF. And shout out to Speedy again. Bullish. Let me know if you want to see more AMAs with devs. Actually, let's put a poll. Let's put a poll in the chat. I like putting these polls. Do you wanna see more AMAs in this style? Let's hear from you. I'm sure that people really enjoy that, but just to make sure. Chris is the best dev in crypto. Go Speedy. LFG. Speedy Squad respects me, and I respect the Speedy Squad. Bullish AF. Of course, I diversify into altcoins and other sectors of crypto, as you should, my friend, as you should. You should have some memes, but they should be just a very tiny allocation of your portfolio. If you think about my portfolio, maybe they are like 10% of the value at most. The majority of my money is in Sui, is in Kaspa, is in big layer, is Solana, Ethereum even, is in big layer ones. They are much safer investment that make more sense financially. But we all love some meme coins, and that's where I'm printing money. That's where I'm doing day trade. I'm not really doing day trades for futures. I'd rather do meme coin flips. I'm very good at it. And that's also how I built a big part of my private group, because we're just making so much money on that. Crypto Emperor, Speedy LFG. Yeah, I also see it like this. Like there's the attention span of people just rotates. So at some moment it's going to be heavier into meme coins, and another moment is going to be a little heavier on utility coins. But both are every single industry. You guys need to understand, especially if you haven't gone through a bull market before, when we are in the peak of the altcoin season, that could be in a couple of weeks, it could be in a couple of months. Nobody really knows. When that happens, every single sector is going to pump. You just need to have good picks in good industries. Bitcoin is a good one. Gaming could be another good one. A little more risky, obviously. AI. I think that if you really want to have two sectors in this bull cycle, it should be meme coins and AI. On AI, I don't have that many picks. I have AI Tech, I have TARS, I have Based AI, I have Agent Layer, and I have another one that I'm not going to reveal. But at the end of the day, it's not that hard. Look at Beats on Base. I read this so often to you on X, and now it's blowing off completely. Can you give me the CA, bro? It's a very generic name. If you give me the CA, I'm going to take a look. We'll add more Speedy. Sir, you are a Chad. You are a Chad if you add more Speedy. Just lurking, driving, but everything is going well, and altcoin season is here. Altcoin season is freaking here. LFG. What is the altcoin index right now? I want to see it actually. 89. Wow. I mean, usually when we are, very, very close to the altcoin season, that could be pretty much considered close to the altcoin season. But obviously, when the altcoin season is going to be full swing, it's going to be like fully blue. But we're going to see about that. We're definitely very close right now. So, yeah, definitely bullish. Hoppy and Fefe. I mean, to be completely fair with you, I like both Hoppy and Fefe. I think, let me see how they're doing. I mean, Hoppy, we've seen it already. Fefe is 3.6 bill. It's something that I haven't traded in a while, to be completely honest, but I've traded back then. I do like the project. Yeah. It's looking good. It's looking good. I mean, he's touching the support zone. He's touching the support zone, so it's probably a very good entry right now. Oh my god, the Octua coin is releasing today. I don't know if I want to buy that. The thing is that all these coins that are hyped in the real world, you guys need to understand that the majority of them are just money grabs at the end of the day. They're not gonna do much. I don't even know. Nah. Imagine the amount of sniping, the amount of fake ones that are gonna be released. The majority of people that are gonna try to snipe that or do something with it is just like kind of rug. Dude, you're a gem. You're a gem, bro, for watching this live. Appreciate you. RWA. I am bullish sorta on RWA. I don't hate RWA. I just think that there's better industries out there because RWA is still at a very early phase. There's a lot of projects that are involving real estate, other that are more with financial assets. I have a couple of plays. There's one that is secret to my VIP group, so I'm not going to talk about it now. I like Ondo. Ondo is quite mainstream. I like PropChain. PropChain is a project that I've traded a lot. Let me see how it is. I've traded this like ages ago. Yeah, I traded this at the very top. I made like a 5x in the bear market. This could also be like a very good product. 46 million. I don't know if I would buy this market cap, but anyway. Ondo could probably be one of the best ones. Guys, also just a quick heads up. Make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel, obviously, if you're new. Drop a like. I really appreciate you for being here. And also make sure to follow me on X because there's a lot of alpha that I'm dropping pretty much every single day. And a reminder that for every meme coins, just as I was mentioning before, I buy them on BullX. It's the trading platform that I'm using at the moment. And also, they're releasing a new platform, a new version of the platform very soon. So to take part into the giveaway, make sure to check the pin post that I have on my X profile. Get access to the legacy platform because otherwise you're not going to be eligible. And then follow the instructions and perhaps you're going to be extracted to 10 people to get early access to the new platform. So hope to see you there. Okay, Beats, let's take a look at the CA. Is this trash or is this good? Oops. Sorry, 0x315. Let's take a look. Chart is crazy. Wait, is this the all-time chart? Oh my god. Good trade, man. I mean, I'm obviously not gonna say to buy a project like this. You want to buy projects, not in this very moment. It's just pumped too hard. Yeah, I've never seen it. When did it launch? It launched on the 8th. Are you telling me that this launched 2 weeks ago? When did it start pumping? Today? Yeah, obviously, congrats to you. It looks good, but I would never buy at an all-time high right now. Just seems extremely stupid to buy now. But yeah, congrats for the trade. Looks pretty good. Yeah, Turbo apparently is getting listed on Coinbase. That is extremely bullish news for Turbo. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And the fact that Turbo is getting listed on Coinbase is also quite bullish for a project like Speedy, because obviously they share a lot of the fan base. So it's pretty good. Yeah, Beats looks pretty nice. Mode? Not sure what you mean, man. Joy Stream is pumping. Is it? Oh my god. I was streaming this project, what, like 1 year ago? I remember reviewing this when I had just started my YouTube channel. I mean, it's funny that people say it's pumping. I literally sold this at the top, and when I sold it, it was 10x higher in price. So I am so very glad that I sold this project at the top. Yeah, it's pumping on a lower time frame, but nah. Yeah, we did trade some Fortnite projects in my group. It's a very hot meta because obviously there's the release of Fortnite OG in 2 days. Study the meta, guys. Study the meta. The meta is so freaking important. And don't trade coins like this. You're stupid if you buy. I agree. Mudang is looking good. We're performing very well. Very little to say. Don't buy Mudang. Buy Schnork. Look at the content. Top quality. This is definitely on the most stupid memes that I ever traded in my life. It's just, I mean, the art is good. There's very little denying on this. And then your XRP as well, guys. It's just looking good. I'm very curious how people are feeling about XRP memes. I never thought that I would buy a meme on XRP. It's crazy for me to believe, but it's insane, right? Oh, by the way, let me end the poll. Okay, 85% of people want to see AMAs. So AMAs you shall get. Very good to see this good positive feedback. It's nice. That chat has been on fire today with Speedy. Yeah, and it's just looking good. What else? What else should we accumulate right now? Oh, Fleabone. Fleabone is gonna be the next one to. Fleabone is gonna be the next one that I'm gonna run an AMA. I was supposed to do it the last couple of days. Unfortunately, I was a little sick on the last few days, so we had to delay this. So Fleabone gang, I'm sure that you're waiting. You're really looking forward for the AMA with the dev of Fleabone. So Dilla the dev is gonna come on my channel probably next week. So yeah, really looking forward. Fleabone is also looking extremely good. Extremely good. 5.5 million right now. People in my VIP group are obviously very happy because I sent out an alert at 400k. So it went 18x. So if you had put $100 on Fleabone at the time of my alert in my VIP group, with $100 you would have made $1,800. So $1,700 profit. You would have pretty much purchased a lifetime membership for my group. So you have been warned. If you fade those calls, you're probably going to stay poor. I'm not going to have much sympathy because I've said it so many times, guys. 18x already. I'm going to be, if there's one call that I'm going to be remembered this bull cycle, I think that I have several projects that are going to put me into the crypto YouTube Hall of Fame. But I think that on the Memecoins stratosphere is going to be Fleabone. You heard it here, guys. You heard it here, folks. Hundreds of millions of dollars programmed, in my opinion. It's crazy. It's crazy to believe. It's crazy to assume. And imagine just a 20x now. There's going to be more than 200x for my VIP group. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be absolutely brutal. Bobber Curva. I don't happen to know what that means. Or maybe I do. Mudang is on Coinbase. I know. Top quality meme coin projects are getting listed on Coinbase. That is actually a big deal. Get Elon to your AMA. I wish. Imagine how many subs I would get. I need a Sol coin. I don't have many Solana plays right now. I have one on Ethereum, which is Snork. Let me bring that on the screen for the people that are new. I mean, obviously, we're talking about Speedy. Speedy is a long-term play for me. Then we have Snork, which is more like a trade right now that I'm entering. So Snork looking good. We have Andy on XRP. Again, I'm bringing it out again for all the people that are just tuning in the live stream. Actually, it's corrected again, forming a double bottom here. This is such a good entry. This is such a good entry right now. Such a good entry for Andy on XRP. What else do we have? I don't have many plays on Solana. I might have some Solana swing trades that I'm going to put into my VIP group. So maybe see you there. If you want to have some quick Solana flips to compound your money. We have a grocery shop list. Let's take a look to the list of groceries. Speedy, check. AC Toad, pass. Grogonith, pass. Gumpy, check. Boppy, pass. Draggy, Draggy, I might rate it. Yeah, Draggy's okay. So many plays these days, right? All right, it's 1 hour of the live stream. Let's quit it. Let's quit it. I'm exhausted. I thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to join my VIP group if you want to get the early signals, all the good stuff. We're also starting to bring back the private sales. There are 2 private sales that we're running right now in my VIP community. It's not just the swing trade signals, but also access to private sales of projects before they launch on the market. So you make very big money once the project launches. I leave you with this very cool note, Snork Bay. If you know, you know. And I shall see you on the next one. Take care.